So, hello, dear civil services aspirants. As you know, civil servant is one of the toughest exam, not only of India but all over the world, and it really needs lot of guts, lot of smart work to crack the civil services. And today we have Mr. Prasanna R. Lodh, who has cracked the civil services exam 2019, and he will guide you about his success strategy. Hello, Mr. Prasanna.
Hello, sir.
So please tell our viewers about yourself.
First of all, I would like to thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity to interact with my fellow friends. My name is Dr. Prasanna Rameshwar Singh Lod. I am from Bid district of Maharashtra. I have done my MBBS from Grand Medical College, JJ Hospital, Mumbai, and I had work experience of 2.5 years as a medical officer in the casualty department. After during that job experience, I thought that I shall grow in my career and to have large number of opportunities, I turned towards civil services. So I started my journey of civil services in February 2017. Then after two attempts, I couldn't clear my preliminary examination, but in 2019 I cleared preliminary, mains, and also interview. I got into the rank list.
That's really wonderful. So Prasannaji, what is your success mantra? Can you share it with other students?
So it's uh, only four words: hard work, followed by consistency, followed by self-confidence, followed by balancing your IQ with your EQ. These are the four things that you need to crack the civil services examination. Uh, I am 32 running age. I took to preparation of civil services in a very late age. There were many challenges about it. I am married for 4 years, and for last 3 years we are living separate. So uh, uh, everybody that suggested me that this is a wrong decision and you couldn't do it because you are married or your age is crossed 30. Sir, I would like to tell my fellow friends that nothing is impossible if you really believe in your dreams.
It's really nice. So Prasannaji, during your journey, what kind of obstacles or hurdles faced by you?
So this journey of UPSC is a very tough one. First of all, your whole personal life is compromised. Even if you are uh, uh, even if you are married or not, you don't get to go to your places, you visit your parents, or go in the social functions. Your other friends in the private sector or other job, they have good weekend culture, but here you don't have any weekday or weekend. Every day is same, and all you can do is just you can have your patience, and maintaining patience is very difficult. After my second failure, I thought of giving up this examination. But my parents, my mother specifically, she told me that now God is not testing you on knowledge. You are almost there. You are losing just by 0.66. So you are almost there. Now God is testing you on patience. How much you can tolerate the adversity thrown at you.
Yes.
So if now just you go through the time, and this year you will do it, and I got it.
So cracking civil services is really a very meticulous and a hard job. So for that, how many hours did you study per day?
So due to my due, I didn't have the proper orientation, and I was also out of my academics because of the job of 2.5 years. So I need I I knew that I need to study more. So at any time of the year, I was never below 12 hours in my library. And during examination time, that time would extend definitely. But I would not suggest this as a very strict measure. Everybody have different grasping power. I knew my strength areas, and I also knew my non-strength areas. I am average at grasping the concept. So I need to do multiple revisions. I need to write it down so as to remember. Others may have a good memory grasping. So it's not mandatory to have sitting hours. What matters is quality of sitting hours. So uh, according to one's own self assessment, one can decide how many hours he or she needs to sit.
So what are your strengths which help you to crack the exams?
So I am a hardworking person. I am a very inquisitive mind. I go into the deep depth of the subject and the concept. That's why it takes time for me. It takes time for me. But I never leave any subject half. I always do it holistically. Another thing is what I have experienced about myself in this UPSC, that I'm very good at communication.
Hmm.
I'm very good at communication, and that's why I knew that I can communicate with the exam moderator through my answers. So why not to write those answers in the mains as if you are talking to him, as if you are explaining the concept to him in the simplest form, in the simplest way. So in that approach, I have written my mains, and in the same spirit, when I was qualified for personality test, I came to you, and you have asked me a question which turned out to be my last question in my final interview. That
Hmm.
why you are joining civil services when you are already a doctor,
Hmm.
and you through that platform you can serve better.
Hmm.
So that was the question that we had a talk about, and I got orientation that you said. I still remember that public health is a subset of larger administration, and by being doctor, I will be restricted to one pocket of the administration. Being civil servant will diversify my platform, and these were the exact words that I spoke there.
That's really nice. So, what is the importance of answer writing for cracking the civil service exam?
So mains, as the name itself is, it's a very important examination, and largest marks are carried. The one should focus on answer writing through at least a year ahead of their examination. Uh, Slowly but gradually, you shall increase the writing speed. You should also remember that though UPSC does not ask for very good handwriting, but definitely it's a normal human psyche that everyone appreciates a good handwriting. So I was not good at my handwriting, uh, but I practiced a lot. I increased my font so that examiner who is supposed to be 50 years above, he should not have difficulty in reading our words.
Yeah.
So you should write very clearly, very precisely, and very speedily, because writing mails is a very tough job. 1 minute, 2 minutes, hardly 30 seconds before your examination is over, you complete your paper. So speed, clarity, and crisp answer.
So, what is the strategy you followed for making your notes for civil services?
So I prepared notes from The Hindu and Yojana, but not as if notes means not copying everything, but just the gist of that concept. There is a specific. I noticed one thing, that there is a specific language in the bureaucracy, which is a bit different from the language we speak in everyday life. There are some heavyweight words that are very explanatory in themselves. So I remember in the Yojana they have written that there there will be no smart city without smart citizens.
Hmm.
So this is a catchy thing.
Hmm.
Institutional inertia, regulatory cholesterol. These are the words that explains the red tape in our bureaucracy. So we can use these words in our answers. We can definitely put these heavy words, climate resilient technology, climate mitigation measures. So these are the heavyweight words that you need to remember.
Yeah.
So this definitely they are going to give you extra marks. So I have also gone through PIV note, press note,
Yeah.
the language there. I tried to catch that language, and I have written as far as possible in the same language in my papers also.
So, normally the students believe that only those who are meritorious can able to crack the exam, and it's not an exam of an average student. So, what you message would like to convey to the students?
Uh, I am a pretty much average student. Uh, all you need is hard work. You can definitely crack this examination only if you have those qualities of hard work, consistency. You need to have very sheer will and focus. And also, many of the students do very hasty decision in their life, that after immediately after 12th standard, they come across the YouTube motivational videos and they directly jump into the civil services journey. I would like to have advise those friends that first of all have a good career prospect, a good professional degree, and so that your fallback option is maintained. Once you have a good fallback option, then you can definitely come in civil services. After having success, if you are successful well enough, if not, unfortunately, then you will have a good fallback option. Your financial security and your job security will be maintained. So another thing, that motivational videos on the YouTube or the articles of the success stories in the print media or electronic media or social media, yes, they can be they can be a good inspiration, but that is not sustainable inspiration. The only inspiration that will make you work hard when the whole world is either enjoying, sleeping, or holiday, or out venturing out, is your self motivation. Your self motivation will give you the cause and purpose to why to study in the late hours in the library, why to stay focused on the studies even during festivals. I missed my younger brother's wedding just for this civil services preparation. So these are few things that one need to have.
And what is the role and importance of the group discussions for preparation?
So, sorry, pardon.
What is the role of group discussions for civil services preparations?
Yes, sir. They are very important. Many of the good exchange of ideas happen over good group discussion. But the composition of group shall be short, not too many. The quality of our group, it's the onus on every member of the group to maintain the quality of the discussion. Uh, General tendency is that it starts with having good academic exchange, and then it turns out to be a just chit chat. So one should be very professional. Objectivity should be there in the group. These are very helpful. If one maintains the discipline, everybody gets benefit, and it's a win-win for everyone.
Right. So sometimes people demotivate us for these exams. These are the tough exams. You may not qualify. So how to tackle with the demotivating factors?
Sir, I personally came across many naysayers uh, having doubt in my capabilities or the outcome of this examination. But sheer will, if you have a self confidence and self motivation, so basically, if one realize why I want to do this,
Yeah.
then he can definitely figure out how I will do this.
Right. Right.
So that why, that reason why you want to join civil services, and why you want to be a part of this system. If you know that why, then you will definitely figure out how. So these demotivating or externalities which impose negativity in our mind, they can hardly even tangentially touch your mind if you know why you want to do this.
Right. So, Mr. Prasann, after having a qualifying for MBBS, having a successful career in medical line, cracking the civil services with 524th rank, now what's next in your mind?
So hopefully I'll be getting into Indian Police Service. The OBC ranking is not yet out, the category wise ranking. So wherever I'll be posted, I'll be very very happy to serve the people of and our society and our nation. Uh, I am already thinking of giving another attempt so as to improve my rank. But wherever I am posted, I'll be happy to serve our country and our society.
What is your final message to the aspirants of the civil services?
My final message will be: believe in yourself, think it thoroughly, have the clarity of thought. As I mentioned earlier, figure out why you want to do this, and then you will definitely figure out how you are going to do this. So ask this question, do your self analysis. Don't go by the streams. These are COVID times. Everybody is distressed. So in these times, maintain your physical fitness and also mental fitness, because there is definitely a life beyond UPSC. UPSC is not everything, but UPSC if it's your dream, then you must work hard to achieve it, because at the same time someone else is also working very hard to have to achieve same dream what you are dreaming about. So do your work sincerely, have discipline in your life, don't procrastinate, be studious, be punctual, because hard work plus consistency is important. And please maintain your physical fitness. I started doing exercise for 15 minutes early morning, and definitely that has helped me to increase my sitting hours. I personally experienced memory. My memory grew stronger because of I am a doctor, and I know that there is a definite connection between mind and body. So please have physical fitness, good diet, good sleep. Don't overstress, don't overthink. Be critical of the policies, and don't be critical of self. Don't do self judgment. Everybody fails. Failure is a very good thing to happen in our life. Failure is a very good teacher. It teaches us a lot. Success is a bad teacher. Failure is a good teacher. So learn from your mistakes and improvise. Improvise to the point that you will get into the list. So this is the thing that I would like to say.
So, dear friends, here is a very absorbing interaction with Mr. Prasann, who is not only a medical professional, he's going to be a great civil servant, but he seems to be a very good, the philosopher also. So, Mr. Prasann, all the best from our side and blessings from my side. Try to become a very successful and absorbing civil servant. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Hello friends, my name is Dr. Prasanna Lodh. Today I have attended a personal mock interview one-on-one with Sri Gaurav Marwa sir. I find very useful questions and answers. The personal mentorship that he has extended to me, I am very thankful to him. He has helped me explore my strengths and weaknesses during my preparation for this personality test of the UPSC CSE 2019-20. So I will highly recommend those who are seeking for a proper guidance for increasing your efficiency and output for this examination, kindly get in touch or enroll for the personal mentorship of the Marwa sir. Thank you. Best wishes.